A lot of y'all have experienced racism, but most of y'all haven't experienced level 9 advanced racism. As I step inside, this promoter, she was a woman, puts her full palm on my chest and stiff arms my black ass outside that elevator.
Have you ever experienced racism with a smile? There's probably not a more gaslighting combination, and today I'm reacting to a video from Xevi Universe on TikTok where he talks about his time in Italy. My name is JayPitts and I worked in the psych ward for 7 years. I have a family, I also do music, I love traveling. There's a bunch of random things that I do. I got almost 1 million followers on TikTok telling psych stories. Stories is my thing. So if you don't want to miss any of this wholesome content over here, make sure you duly subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I love traveling. I like traveling in this country, but I also love traveling outside this country. I've never been to Europe outside of having a connecting flight, but I've heard lots of horror stories of people that have been on the ground and experienced a different type of Western racism over there versus the rampant in-your-face racism over here in America. Newsflash, racism is everywhere, but there's a particular special type of racism that Xevi's Universe talks about, so we gon' let him explain his story and what happened, because I think the way he handled it was kind of like superhero-ish, if you will.
A lot of y'all have experienced racism, but most of y'all haven't experienced level 9 advanced racism. I'm in a club in Italy walking inside of an elevator. As soon as I step inside, this promoter, she was a woman, puts her full palm on my chest and stiff arms my black ass outside that elevator. And I'm a pretty big guy. You know how much force she had to put in that bitch to throw me out of the elevator? I'm looking inside the elevator and she has the biggest customer service ass smile I've ever seen in my life. Like she was doing my ass a favor. A thing that a lot of people don't realize is that Africans in most European countries are treated like shit. But the thing that she didn't realize was, although I am African, I'm also American. So I did what any American would do and I put my foot on the elevator, open that bitch up, and walk right in front of her. Everyone then begins to look up at me like, this monkey's bigger than I thought. She immediately begins to look down, continuing her customer service smile, and I begin to cuss her out. And I'm talking really cuss her out, like saying shit I ain't never said before. Like, do you know where I'm from? Did you put your hands on me? As soon as they heard that accent, that American accent, flips. Her coworker loses his shit. Hey, what floor did you want to go to? I said, hey, shut up your mouth. I'm not speaking to you right now. Push 3. And all of a sudden, this random man steps from the crowd and says, that is not us. That is not Italia. Everybody started talking about, that's not Italia. That's not Italia. That's not Italia. Ooh, that shit got me hyped. I felt like Rosa Parks in that bitch.
So that was Xevi Universe, man, and I just think that's so interesting, his experience, noting he was going to a club in Italy. And as I'm listening to the story, I don't know about y'all, but I'm like, I'm only imagining this woman and maybe a couple of other people on the elevator. So when I'm seeing the fact that she's able to do this, and once he gets into the elevator and he goes off, and that's when people start to react, it's like, shame on all of y'all.
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow.
That is not Italia. That is not Italia. But what was it when y'all wasn't saying nothing or doing nothing? Y'all was just gonna go along with it and let Shorty embarrass him and kick him out the elevator? Well, y'all know that's wrong. If it ain't Italia, then don't let it be Italia when she putting her hands on people. That's what I got to say about that. I just find it so funny that a lot of these countries that connect to Africa to enrich themselves have the audacity to extract from us the things in which they like and to throw us, the very people, away. Not that we're looking to be accepted. Bro was just looking to get on the elevator at the end of the day. He was going to the club. But there's some folks out here that will gaslight you, all with the customer service smile. Like what I'm picturing right now is just like she got the Bruce Lee hands and trying to make sure she good, and she's like how you put that much force with a smile on your face? That takes some practice. Back, Blackie, back. I think that's a shame, man. I think that's a shame. That's one of the reasons why I am hesitant to head to Europe. Not because of racism, because shoot, I survived America. But just because, to me, I don't need to go see no place that's, one, enriched by Africa, when I could just go to Africa itself. And I've been to Africa, one country out of the 54 countries on that great continent that has over 1 billion people. But I went to Tanzania. And what I experienced with my black brothers and sisters over there was far different from what this gentleman's testimony is in this European place. Now, don't get me wrong. wrong. When you're in a foreign place and you bring out that American accent and people happen to recognize it, it usually means dollar signs. But I'll never forget, man, when I was in Tanzania, I really tried my best to learn as much Swahili as I could, and I truly recommend that for any country that somebody goes to. If it's a foreign country that has a foreign language, you better learn some about that language. Learn greetings, learn just basic, maybe small talk. If you're just going on a whim, sure. But like, I spent months trying to learn as much Swahili as I could so that I could get fair prices and truly blend in, because a little secret, during the pandemic, we almost stayed over there for like an unprecedented amount of time. We ended up coming back after like 33 days, but it was crazy what was going on in the world. So while I was over there, I was bargaining with the taxi driver. Now, mind you, while I was there paying the Tanzanian price, like $1 is 2,610 Tanzanian shillings. Their biggest bill is 10,000 T shillings, got a dope little elephant on it, and that's about $4.32 US dollars. $4.32 worth of US dollars, my bad. So money goes a lot farther over there. But there was one dude that really wanted to try to stretch it out. Their Uber system over there, you do not pay online. If you try to pay them through the app, they will not pick you up. I learned that fast. You pay cash in hand. So I'll flag down a bajaji and I'll say, Mambo VP kaka nataka kwenda Karimbizi Beach, something like that, which is, hey, what's up, brother? I want to go to Karimbizi Beach, you know? So this brother right here, he tried to charge me 17 US dollars for a trip that was actually $1.50. And I was gonna give him about $7 for the ride just for his trouble. So when I'm bargaining with him in the price and he's telling me a certain price I don't like. Finally, with some back and forth bargaining, I came back with a fluent Swahili term that I don't know if I can say good. So anybody that speaks Swahili, you can correct me. But I said, Kaka setaki beya mzungu, which means, brother, I don't want to pay the white people price. And then he looked at me like I was an alien and he said, brother, where are you from? I still paid him off extra. But that's a good way to kind of bargain and kind of ruffle each other's feathers positively, because I can't act like I'm not a cash grab, but I'm also not about to be a charity case for my brothers that are working dignified jobs and trying to get one. We gonna do this correctly, you feel me? So it's interesting from that standpoint. When you go to Europe, there's this silent understanding that unless you talk a certain way or walk a certain way, we gonna treat you a certain way. And to me, I ain't really rocking with that. But what would you have done in that situation? I think he represents the apex of, like, in your dreams, what you wish you would have remembered to do, what you felt like doing, but he actually said he did that thing. Foot on the elevator, stopping it, and then reading her for filthiness. Like, I just felt it. I just felt the extra funk and stank in his voice that he said he gave this woman. And I'm glad, because maybe she'll think twice before she put on that smile and put her hands on somebody, because listen, y'all got your own laws and everything like that, but ma'am, don't touch the merchandise. So what is a country that you're looking forward to visiting? Have you ever experienced anything crazy like this, either in your country or outside of it? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe or follow or whatever you do, that the platform that this is on. I appreciate y'all once again for watching. JayPitts out.
That is not us. That is not Italia.